Welcome to Tapped In. My name is David Figueroa-Martinez of DFM Coaching, and today we're going to be discussing what you need to get started with Jiu-Jitsu, or maybe you just started Jiu-Jitsu and you're trying to figure that out. You need far less than you really think. You don't have to go above and beyond on all the gear, but we'll cover that. First and foremost, you do not need to be in shape. Does it help to be somewhat close to being in shape? Maybe. If you are severely overweight, that might be an issue. If you have severe health issues, I recommend seeing a doctor first and foremost. If you are a regular person who just hasn't been very active lately, I don't think that you need to get into cardio shape for jiu-jitsu. You are going to be exhausted regardless of whether you start running 5Ks to prepare or you start running a couple of miles every couple of days just to prepare. It will do nothing. Grappling cardio is different than any other cardio that you're going to experience. So if you decide that you want to go and run every couple of days to kind of build that up, will it help to improve couch to mat? In some ways, yes. Will it improve? Will you not feel exhausted when you get on the mat? No, it will not improve, is what I'm trying to say. It will not improve that aspect. You will be exhausted just a few minutes in. And that is just the fact of grappling. And I throw no shade or bad opinions, or am I dogging or talking shit about anybody else. Guys from active military service and through the door, pretty common. We get people from units that are known for being active in the military. And when they come in one round or two, they're exhausted. It is just a different kind of cardio that your body has to get used to regardless of your fitness level. So if you're telling yourself, I want to get in shape beforehand, there's literally nothing that's going to put you in grappling shape other than grappling other people. With that being said, so that we understand the scope of things, there's different grappling. My body has gotten so used to jiu-jitsu that I feel great regardless of what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong. If you put me in comp class and I'm not a competitor anymore, I'm going to get wrecked, like cardio-wise. But every class that I go to open mat, I go to whatever, I feel great. My body's great. Cardio's great. I'm 44 years old. I feel great. If you made me do 3 minutes of wrestling warm-ups, we're not even going 100%. Wrestling warm-ups, I'm exhausted 2-3 minutes in. Exhausted. It's a different type of cardio. My body is not built for that right now. So just to put things into perspective, grappling cardio is just different than anything else you're going to do. And even within grappling cardio, there's levels to that. I'm not a wrestler and I don't do a whole lot of wrestling. So when I do that, I feel like a guy who just came off the couch. It's just a given. So keep that in mind. Don't put a whole lot of pressure on yourself. If you're going to join a gym or you're coming to train or like maybe do a trial period, that first class, you don't have to roll. Sit, watch. The warm-ups are probably going to kill you. So accept that the warm-ups is going to be your main challenge and you're just going to go and you're going to have fun and you're going to be breathing heavy. If you don't finish the warm-ups in some gyms, that's fine. In other gyms, I don't even have a warm-up. I have like flow rolling for 3-4 minutes. And if that kills you, catch your breath when we're done, because we do one roll and we get to instruction. So if you don't feel like you're ready for a roll, that's fine. You don't have to spar at the end. You can just sit. If you want to ease into it, you could always tell your partner, hey, this is my first class, my first week, my second week, whatever. My cardio is trash. Let's go light. And they'll go light. So you don't have to go balls to the walls and do all this other stuff. Ease into sparring. It's going to be very, very difficult, especially if you came off the couch. Don't harp on, I got to prepare. It just is what it is. You're going to have to go through it like everyone else. Your body is going to have to go through it like everyone else. Don't buy fancy gear. It's early on, it's kind of a waste. When I started, I didn't have I wasn't making, not that I'm rich or anything, but I wasn't making the kind of money that I am now. And I, we were, we were a bit tighter when it came to our expenses. So I used to buy really cheap gis. They wouldn't even have patching on it. They wouldn't have a name. It would just be a white gi. No idea who made it. I would find it on Amazon or some random website. And that was my gi to get me through until I understood that I really did love this. And then I can buy some other gis. You don't have to go all out. You do not have to buy a $300 gi. Don't bother. You can find, like, I have a tatami that I buy for like 70 or $80 on sale. Every time there's a holiday, Tatami does some kind of a sale. Look for it. It's, I think, called the Super Light. It's thin. It's ripstop pants. I absolutely love the fit. I love the material. It holds up well. I haven't had one fall apart yet. It's one of my favorite gis. Fuji makes a decent beginner gi as well. Go that route. Do not go Shoyu Roll or some high-end gi. It's not for you right now. Right now, you just got to learn. Once you can, you get a little further ahead, if you want to spend a little bit more on a gi based on your likes or dislikes, or maybe you don't even want to go gi jiu-jitsu. You might start gi and 3 months in be like, oh, I want to try no gi, and then go that route. When it comes to no gi, I get almost all of my gear off Amazon. I just buy cheap shit. I don't do no-gi enough. I do it like once, twice a week, depending on the week. So I don't really go all out. I do have some stuff that I have made from time to time. I'll find something on sale that's name brand and I'll pick that up. But for the most part, most of my no-gi gear is off Amazon. I don't remember the name, unfortunately. If I remember, I'll include it in the show notes. But you don't have to go all out. No one looks at you any different if you have some knockoff or non-name brand gear. No one cares. All that matters is that you're training and you're on the mats. When it comes to mindsets, I implore you to just understand that you're going to suck for a while. You're going to get dominated for a while. You're not going to get a sub or a legitimate sub for a while. A lot of your training is just going to be surviving, and surviving is not fun. It's not sexy. It's not enjoyable. You get smashed, and by smashed, I mean there's degrees to it. If people know you're new, they're not going all out, trying to hurt you or anything, but you're going to be on the wrong end of a lot of encounters, and it is just part of the process. And have a respectful attitude. Understand that you're just going to be there just learning. And that a lot of that learning is involved in getting submitted. You're going to feel pressure for this first time. And I mean body weight pressure. And you're probably going to tap from weight. It feels weird. You're going to tap from being exhausted. You've never pushed yourself to this level. All that is natural. And just come with a willingness of learning and being uncomfortable and being used to being uncomfortable. And then one day things start clicking. And when things start clicking, you get a sub, and then you get attracted to that sub, and you get addicted to the sub, and then you want to do more of that. It's part of the process. So understand that you're gonna have a rough round for a while. Choosing the right gym really does matter. We often choose a gym based on location and price. When I started, gyms did not show price over the internet. They did not give you a price over the phone. And their draw was to get you through the door to try to talk you into signing up. I hated this practice. I don't think it was fair. Imagine trying to buy a car and you don't know if you can afford the car, but they don't want to tell you the price of the car. They don't want to tell you the price of the monthly payments or anything. They want to get you through the door so they can upsell you to this car that you may not even be able to afford. So why am I even here? That's how I've always felt about it. So when gyms don't have any kind of price up front, it always kind of rubs me the wrong way. And at the time, that was the norm. Most gyms did not give you a price. These days, you can usually call ahead of time. Hey, what's your monthly price? Do you have contracts, or are you month to month? Do I have to pay an initiation fee? Do I have to pay any other fees to get started? Once you get that out of the way and you understand that, hey, this is a spot that I can afford, then you could always come in. Come in, spend your whole week. If that's what they give you, some places when I started, they gave you a month. Once you're in, try every class possible, go to every instructor possible, ask questions, pay attention to the vibe, pay attention to, are there women around? Are there kids around? Is it just men? How do the men act? Are they respectful? Are they crude? Are they clean? Are they dirty? Like, pay attention to everything possible. Go into the bathrooms. What do the bathrooms look like? Are they passable? Are they dirty? Have they been kept up? Is there a changing room? Like, all the things that you feel like you might need, look into it. How often do they clean the mats? Does it feel like people are actively asking questions? That's a big one. Sometimes gyms don't allow for questions. They don't think it's important. And you're in an art where you're paying someone to teach you something. So yes, being comfortable asking questions is important. Does the instructor ask any questions? Does he or she set aside time for Q&A? Are people laughing? Are people enjoying themselves? All that is super important. I've been at gyms that are super serious. It's not as fun for me. Jiu-Jitsu should be fun. And then there's gyms where I'm at, and they're cracking jokes left and right, and super enjoyable for me, and I love it. And you learn more when you're comfortable and you're having a good time. So pay attention to everything. That week trial or that month trial or the 2-week trial, whatever it might be, is going to be your lifeline to figuring out if this is a spot for you or not. Additionally, go to multiple places. See what fits you. See what schedule fits you, what style fits you. Maybe this place does mainly gi and that place does no gi, and you don't know what you want to do. Check out both places. Maybe you pay a little extra, but the vibe is closer to what you'd like. Maybe you have to drive a little further, but it's closer to what speaks to you. Understand all those things. There are huge aspects to your training, and I wished I had this knowledge before. I may have made different decisions going into specific gyms if I had known this. First class tips: show up early. Tell the instructor you're new. Not wearing shoes is going to be weird for some of us. It was super weird for me. I was someone who did not wear flip-flops at the time. I wore shoes everywhere. So being outside of shoes on a mat felt super foreign to me, and it took some getting used to. A lot of this is going to get used to. You're going to be in positions and you're going to be grappling other adults. Oddly enough, inside your comfort zone and your personal space, all that is going to be super weird. Just accept it. Tap early. If anything's getting to the point where it feels uncomfortable, where you think you might get hurt, just tap. Even if you're not sure what's going on, tap. Tap them, tap the ground, verbally say tap. All that helps. Ask questions about any and everything that's going on. You are a potential client at that moment, and you get to ask about everything. These are things people don't normally ask about. Promotions. Ask how promotions are done. If it is a tennis base, if there's a test, or if it's skill based. Those three are wildly different. Ask if there's a uniform policy. Some places only care about color, white and blue. You can't wear anything else. They might make you put a patch on your gi. Other places will require you to only wear white. Some places will require you to buy their gear. And their gear, I will almost guarantee you, is not cheap. I stay away from gyms like that. I don't like the idea of being forced to buy gear from the gym at a price that I'm not necessarily excited to pay. Again, I buy most of my gear cheap. So 14 years in, black belt, I buy cheap gear. Not cheap in quality, cheap in price. So to be told I have to buy a $200 gi would ruffle some feathers. To be told that I have to buy a $65 rash guard top, I would have issues. So ask those questions, see if those are things that bother you. If they don't bother you, if you're fine with it, then join. But if there are things that are going to hurt your wallet or they're not quite feeling quite right for you, go somewhere else. Mental preparation, you're going to feel awkward. That's normal. You're going to feel sore. You're going to be bruised. Your body will get used to the holding, the pressing, the grabbing, the gripping. But early on, you're going to be bruised up quite a bit. It's normal. Your body will get used to it. Give it 3 to 5 days, maybe a week before you decide on any one gym. Don't go in, have a couple of classes that you love, and then sign up right away. I personally think use the entire trial. Yes, there are gyms where like I'm teaching at one and I have people come in and be like, oh, I love the class. I'm signing up right away. I'm not going to tell you no, but I think you should take the week. I think you should check some things out, see the other instructors, ask some deep questions, see what's going on, because sometimes you get to a spot and that first day is great. That first couple of days are great. And you sign up and it's a year membership and then you realize, oh, this isn't for me. So take your time, especially at gyms that require year contracts. So if there's anything that I missed, anything that I maybe didn't touch on and you had questions about, you could always hit me up on dfm.2099 on Instagram and Threads. If you want to work with me, either remote coaching, video reviews, workshops, seminars, whatever, you can hit me up either on Instagram and Threads or dfmcoaching.com. Thank you so much.